Hi there fellow guitarists, Josh Rogers here from NBN Guitar. In this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how I play the solo to Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. I've been a big fan of Metallica for a long time, but in all honesty, after the Black album, the Metallica album, I didn't really listen to them too much. I sort of preferred everything from that album back, and I guess this is one of my tributes to them. A big influence on me. I've played a lot of their songs in bands, played One and Justice for All when I was pretty young in a band for a competition, Battle of the Bands and stuff, so there's a lot of history between me and Metallica, and I'm sure a lot of guitarists out there also have been influenced by Metallica in some way or another, or probably definitely heard some of their music. I've provided the backing track that I made for this particular solo, and that's free. You can listen to that on my website, and also the tabs are free as well. Let's do this. It starts off with a double stop bend, so we've got... Again, you can really dig in there, you know. James Hetfield is not a subtle guitarist by any means, and you can just hear him in the solo, he's just digging in. Alright, so that is 15th fret on the B string, and I've got that anchored there, and I'm going to be bending the G string actually. So I hit both strings at the same time, and I bend this note on the 14th fret of the G string up a whole tone to there. Almost sounds country and western in a way, that kind of thing. So he does that twice, and on the last one you can hear him releasing that bend like that. So that's like a bend up and then release, then 12th fret on the G, and then this note on the 14th fret, you don't really hear it that clearly actually. He's just sort of digging in, as I mentioned before. So we've got, so it's 14, 12, then a slide to 11, and on that slide he's also going to do a hammer-on pull-off from 12 to 11. This is all on the G string. Then 14 on the D, back to that 11 on the G, then a slide from 12 to 14 on the D string. And then 12, 14, 12, and I do a pull off on that 14 to 12. Then we've got here, you don't really have to hit that pitch up there. You're just implying that you're going like a full tone from, especially on an acoustic. It's obvious, well it should be obvious, that you can't really play an acoustic like you can play an electric when it comes to bending strings. There's so many limitations on these types of guitars, they're just not made for it. But you can still get the same effect just by pretending or implying that you're actually getting that far. The ear doesn't really hear it that well. I've been transcribing music for a long time, and believe you me, you can get away with not actually, hitting this pitch there. You don't need to do it, you can just get close, and you can still hear that bend and it sounds good. So don't worry about getting that absolute pitch right there on an acoustic. So we're just doing that bend on the 14th fret of the G string, and then 12, 12 from B to E, and I just kind of roll that. Okay, so I do it twice. And then we've got that little lick there. That's 15 to 12 on the B string. I think I'm doing a pull off there, and then got that nice flat 5 there. So that's 15th fret on the G to the 12th fret on the B. So we've got, that last bit is 15, 14 on the G string from the beginning. Then this part is really difficult to hear. I don't actually know what he did exactly, but I'd sort of do a, like that, just a little kind of quarter tone bend, and then a pull off from 12 to 14 on the G, and then a double stop. That's 14, 14 on the G and B. So from here, it's like a phrase, and then you've got, that's a chromatic shift. It's 14, 14 there, and then 13, 13, and then 12 all by itself on the G string. I'll take it from these bends. Then it's a slide from nowhere on the first string up to the 15th fret. Then 14 on the first string, and 12 on the B string. Then do 15, 14 again on the first string. Then it's a shift slide from 15 to 17 on the first string. Then to that. So we've got 15 and then hammer pull off from 14 to 15 to 14, then a slide to 12. It sounds like a bit much, so let's just take that really slow. Then to 12 on the B string. Then 15, 14 on the first string, back to that 12. You can see it's kind of a pattern there. That sort of thing. Then, okay, so you can see there's elements of the first lick in there. So we've got 12, 14, pull off to 12 on the G string. Then that very first opening riff or lick. So there, we've got that 15th fret on the B string, 14th fret on the G, and we're bending up that whole step. And it's sort of like a moving into a pull off. So you don't really hear all that clearly. So, and then I'm doing a release from 14 to 12 on the G string, and then to the 14th fret on the D string. So from here, and then we've got this. Then we've got that 12 on the G string. Then it's another one of those bends where you don't have to go as far as you should, probably. It doesn't matter. You're just doing as much of a bend as you can, letting everyone hear that you're doing that. And then there. So that's bending from 14 upwards. Trying to get there, but doesn't matter if you don't get it. Then to the 12th fret on the B. So that is. So I'm bending from 15 to 17. This bend you do have to get. That's a full step up. Then pick again on the 15th fret. Then bend up again. Then release and do a pull off as you're releasing. Sounds a little bit tricky, but this is kind of a common technique for electric guitar. So you just sort of, as you're releasing that bend, you also release again in a pull off to the 12th fret. Then, so that's a bend up, and you've got to hold that bend and pick it again twice. And that's a hammer pull off from 12 to 15 to 12 on the B. But just before I carry on, picking again twice doesn't happen in the original recording. It's just. But on the acoustic guitar it dies out, and you've got to do something to sort of keep it alive. So I just pick again twice. But it doesn't happen on the original recording. So that last section. That's to the 7th fret on the B string, and then slide them back from 5 to 7 back. on the recording he doesn't pick that either, it just comes straight from here like this. Because he's got all that, those masses of sustain. But we don't have that, so I just picked that again. 7, slide, like that. 7, 5, 7, 5. That's the entire solo, done and dusted. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I've said before in other videos and this one, the backing track is available for you to use on my website, and what that means is you can practice this pretty easily. I've just got a simple backing track. It goes. I think I put some finger picking in there as well. Can't really remember what I did there, but it's a great learning tool. So you can have the backing track playing, you can see my tabs right there, and of course you can watch this video or you can watch the playthrough and learn everything like that. It's really good, quick, easy, effective way to learn how to play this particularly cool solo. All the best. Make sure you destroy that like button and also subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date with a lot of stuff I do on acoustic and also classical guitar. Let your fingers fly.